Hi everyone! Today I will give you 5 little tricks to have a beautiful, natural and undetectable result when you wear a wig or a hair topper. I know that there is information that I already gave in some of my other videos in English that are all in the playlist. English videos about hair topper and wigs. There is about 20 videos. So there is some information that I already gave you, but I think that repetition is very important in learning. And what I can see is that when I receive from a customer of Command them a photo of the woman wearing the topper, there is often these little mistakes that make the result not that natural. And I think it's really important to repeat and repeat and repeat again my little tricks to be sure that if you are alone in your bathroom and ready to wear for the first time the hair topper, you will be ready to have the perfect result if you follow my advice. So as you can see today, I am only wearing my alopecia, beautiful and natural bold result. So it's because I will show you the different kind of result with or without my little tricks for you to better understand, because I think in video it's really important to understand by viewing the result in direct live session. So my first advice when you receive a new piece that is obviously completely new is to break the symmetry, because when you put a hairpiece for the first time on your head, this hairpiece was not cut, and with the part line in the middle you can have a result that is a bit awkward, a bit weird, I think. So I will show you so you can understand. If you are in your bathroom and put the topper like this, you can see that it's not that natural, because there is too much hair coming in front of my face, too much symmetry, no haircut, so it's not beautiful, it's not natural, it's obviously detectable. And I deeply understand that when you see yourself like this in the mirror, and when you go to see your husband or your mother or sister and say, hey, what do you think? It's not the result that you want, and I deeply understand. But a hair topper, a hair piece, and it's the same for a wig, should never be worn like that, because you can I was trying to make a joke, but my English is too limited. I wanted to say you will make people around you make nightmares. You will make them afraid of you, and it's obviously not the result that you want, okay? So it's important to break this symmetry if you did not make a haircut yet, or if you did not order the topper with a haircut. And break the symmetry is easy. You will just have to move the part line from the middle to one side. Even if you are not used to wear your part line on the left or on the right, it's important for a topper to do this, because if not, you realize you will have the previous result and you don't want. For instance, me, I never had the part line on one side. I don't even have a part line. My scalp is not a part line anymore. It's bald, okay? So you put with some water and a comb the part line from one side, and you will see that the result will be really better at this moment. So it's important also to make the same movement with your hair. So as you can see, the part line is this side. Usually when I do it, it's not this side, but okay, I will change my little habitudes, my way of life. So as you can see, I put like this with the hairline like this. I do this, and you can see that the result is a bit better because it breaks the symmetry. So you don't have this hair in front of your face like this, and the result is more natural, and you can even wear it like that without any problem. So it's really important when you try for the first time to do this little trick to be sure to check that the topper can be okay for you with the good way of putting it on your head. And here is not perfect, I will explain. So this movement will also be very important. So this is Kate reference, if you want to know. So Kate, like Kate Middleton, of course, because I'm a huge fan of the royal family, of the England royal family. So Kate, like Kate Middleton. Meghan, like Meghan Markle, of course. I don't have Camilla yet, but maybe one day. What will also be very, very important, because it's a mistake that I see very too often, is to put the hair topper at sorry for making you be afraid of me. It's really important to not put the topper too much like this, like, I don't know how to say, wait for it. Google tried to her head on your forehead. It's important to not shorten your forehead. It will be a disaster. I will show you. If you put it even just a bit like this, it's not beautiful. Because the human eye, the human brain is trained to detect something that is not normal, and this is not normal. It's not my face. So maybe if someone doesn't know me, it will be okay, and even this I'm not sure. It's like a girl, a woman that will do surgery. You can detect that there is something often. You cannot say what, but it's the same with hair topper. If you make it too, if you shorten your forehead, it will be visible, and I think you don't want to be, you don't want your hairpiece to be visible. So it will be very, very, very important to put it just behind. If your alopecia is huge like mine, you just put it 1 millimeter behind, and it's okay. And after, you take your hair like this, and the result is perfect. People that will watch you when you talk or when you are in front of someone will look at this, and if the person see your hair, the person will think it's your hair, and it's obviously your hair because you bought it, but I think you want the person to think it's your bio hair. So with this, it's like your bio hair. You cannot see anything, you know. Same advice, but different. Don't put the topper too far from the forehead. I often see girls doing things like that, or like that, like that. You can see my alopecia here, and often I can see this kind of result in video. So the problem, you can do this if you have a lot of hair, but usually we don't buy a hairpiece when we have a lot of hair. But if you have enough hair here to hide the structure and the hair topper, it's okay. But if you have alopecia like me, and if your hair color is a bit different of the topper, and it's often the case, it's important to not put it too far, because you will see the difference of hair color, of texture and density. So it's important to take the piece, and it's an equilibrium that depends of each girl. But it will be important to move it until you have a result that is beautiful and that is not detectable. And this is detectable, this is detectable, this is okay. So I hope you understand what I try to explain. But it's really a difference of maybe 5 millimeters, but you can see it yourself, and that's what is good. And also, if you are in your bathroom and afraid of the result, don't hesitate to send me some photos of what you did, and I will tell you it's okay, it's not okay, you should put it more like this, more like that. I can take the time to do this. So don't hesitate to send me email on Comme Diadème formula on the website, or by DM on the social media. I just broke my account because I'm too nervous, I don't know. So don't hesitate to send me your question and your photos, and I will tell you. So I'm not happy here with that result. You can also put some hair fiber if it's too difficult for you to put the topper like this and you want to wear it a bit like this. And this situation is when you don't want to have a fringe. If you have a fringe or something like that, you don't have this problem anymore. Next advice that are also very important. It's the 5 advice that are the most important. If you follow everything, the result will be perfect. Before putting the hair topper, open all the clips, sorry. When you put the hair topper on your head, don't do just this, because you need to make the hair topper to be close of your hair, of your head. I just checked on Google. It's important to make the hair topper marry the scalp. Like, you don't want this, like you don't want to hide drugs or something like that under your topper. It's important, or paper to have the results of an exam. No, you don't want anything under your topper. So it's important, sorry, to marry the scalp. And it's why Comme Diadème hair topper are good, because they are in soft material that you can extend a bit and marry the scalp. And with this, it will be beautiful. And it's the same here. You just need to take the clips and make this movement. And here you don't have any volume. It's perfect. If you don't do this, you will have a volume that is not normal on your head. Your head shape will not be natural. It will be weird a bit, and you don't want that. Last but not least, as you can see, this topper is completely new, and I could wear it like that. It's okay, because I put the part line on the right, and also it's okay because I'm used to it. But it's really important when you buy a hairpiece for the first time to have a haircut. As you can see, my hair is not exactly the same length. And it's not good because it's not also exactly the same color. So it's okay for a YouTube video, but if I turn, maybe you can see, and even if you cannot see it now, maybe in real life, if you don't have the same length and the same color and the exact same texture, you could be detected. People could see your hair topper, which is not a drama, but if you want to avoid it, it's important to have a haircut on your hairpiece by a hairdresser, or I can also do it if you choose for the fringe, long curtain fringe, or diadem cut on the hair topper. If you want to see what is a diadem cut, I have a videos in the English videos about hair topper and wigs. It's really important because if you have a difference of length, textures, what else? I forgot. If you have too much difference between your hair and the hair topper, and it will be detectable. So to minimize the risk, you cut to have the same length. And even if there is a small difference, this is not exactly my color. My color is more like autumn leaves. This is my color. It's not exactly the same. If you have a color that is not exactly the same and also the length, it's too much. You will need to cut it and to harmonize your haircut with the haircut of the hair topper. For instance, the hair topper have sometimes a little of layer, so it's important to harmonize this layer with your layers, because if you have your hair and then the hair topper with the small layers, it's not good. It's important to go to a hairdresser or to ask for the haircut when you order the piece. And also, if you are not comfortable with this alopecia area that can be difficult to hide when it's your first hair topper, you can ask for a fringe or make a fringe by your hairdresser, and you will see that the result in this situation will be completely undetectable and very easy to put on your head, the hair topper, because it's my piece. With this, I don't care about that. So it's important to not shorten my forehead, but I don't care about the precise position because I have the fringe. So it's a curtain fringe that is normal size. You can also ask for long curtain fringe that you can see on the diadem cut videos. So as you can see in this situation, it's very easy. And now for my piece, I always cut a curtain fringe because my alopecia is important here and it's a bit difficult to hide. And it's important to understand that during the day, sometimes the topper can move a bit, especially if you don't have a lot of hair, because the less you have hair, the more the topper can move a bit. So it's important to check sometimes. You go to toilet and you can see yourself in the mirror to check that it didn't move too much, because if your alopecia here is very important, the difference of density when the topper go back will be visible. So because I don't want to check that every hour, I make a fringe, but you can also use just densifying powder or things like that, or even some makeups to be sure that if it go a bit forward, it will be okay and not detectable. But my advice for a new hairpiece, if it's your first hairpiece ever, is to make a fringe, because it's just beautiful. Like I'm just like Dakota Johnson here. It's really beautiful and you will feel more comfortable. And after, if you have a new hairpiece and you feel more comfortable with hair topper and wigs, maybe you can ask a topper without fringe, but it's just an advice. You do what you do, and you wear the haircut of your dream, and without fringe it's also okay, of course. So I just finished with my 5 tricks to wear your hair topper perfectly. But you also need to understand that when you receive a piece for the first time in your life, it's a bit destabilizing. Wait for it. Google Trad is my friend. Destabilizing, it's okay. It can be a little destabilizing to be alone in your bathroom. So as I told you, can send pictures of you to me and I will help you to put it correctly. But also you have to understand that even if you understood completely these 5 advices, it's difficult, and you can need some days or weeks to feel completely comfortable. Don't be too afraid when you receive the piece. Just take your time. You can try tomorrow, you can try in 2 days. You have 14 days to return the piece. It's not 2 or 3 days, it's 14 days. So you have the time. You have the time to send me your photos, to ask me if it's okay or not. I will take the time to give you my advice to have the perfect result. And trust me, if it's not perfect, I will tell you, because I don't like a customer that wear my piece not the good way. It's a better risk to have someone telling her, oh my god, what is this thing weird on your scalp? So it's also in my advantage to help you to wear the piece the good way, to have perfect result, and to be so happy that you will buy another piece 6 months later or maybe sooner. So I really hope that you liked this video. If it's the case, don't hesitate to like, to subscribe to the bell to be notified when I publish a new English videos. I make around 1 video per week in English, so don't hesitate to subscribe to see my over 20s videos about English, hair-topper and wigs. I also discuss sometimes about alopecia and the treatments that I already tried, like Rogaine. I will do a video also about pregnancy with alopecia and everything. So if you are interested, don't hesitate to subscribe. If you need some advice, don't hesitate to send me some photos of your hair at daylight. It's really important that it's at daylight and not under artificial lights, and I will help you to check to find the perfect hairpiece for you. I can ship worldwide with commanded them, so let's go to find your new hairpiece and see you soon.